welcome back to Haut Beyleron. So, we're here in December, it's winter. We're not going to hang out in winter for too long, we are literally going to skip through it. So we don't need to touch any of our fields, that's done. We don't need to touch field 17 until we're sort of close to being ready to plant. So what we're going to do today is obviously sell off the bread, because it is the right time of the year for the bread. However, we've also gone through and loaded up the Isuzu and the Pongy trailer. We have got 17,000 litres of honey. Sorry, strawberries. We've got about 7,000 or 8,000 litres of honey and 21,000 litres of eggs. So, what we are going to do is we are going to get this to the bakery first, because we want to pick up any bread that's potentially there, and we've got to be careful because this is super top heavy and that trailer just wants to constantly go over. So we'll get up to the bakery, we'll get any bread that's there picked up. We won't take the cake because pretty sure it's the wrong time of year for cake. I think we've got another couple of months before we worry about that one. So 11.3 is the top. Next month, okay. We're at 10,000. The issue with cake is it's like 400 litres per pallet. But if there's a couple of pallets there, then yeah, we'll take them. Essentially, winter is, like I said, we're just going to skip through it, but we sort of want to get as much money as we can at the moment, because there's something in the sales that I reckon we're going to buy. Like I said, this is going to be a very slow trip. Anyway, we'll see you guys up at the farm shop, so as we can sell all this as well as any bread that we have. Okay guys, so we're up at the shop. As you can see, we have got some extreme FPS drops here, just because of the sheer amount of pallets we've got going on. So what we are going to do, where are we at? We're at $204,027. Let's see where we get to. Don't think we're going to get to throwing these bread pellets in before that stops. But 147,000 so far, and that definitely brought our frame rate back up. So what we'll do is we'll get this guy out of the way. That brought our frame rate back up quite well. And if I'm not mistaken, I do believe we are going to make it to 200 plus. And yes, we are. Well and truly. So 426,000. So we've made 200 and something thousand dollars just then. That is awesome. And that also cleared quite a lot of stuff off of the map. Okay, so we'll get back down to shop. No, back down to the farm. We'll have a look. We'll see if we do want to buy what I was looking at in the sales this morning, or whether we hold off. You'll notice I've also taken those things, the belt systems. We've taken them. We better turn those lights off. Why is it not letting me get into the truck? There we go. So yeah, we've taken the belt systems out of the pit or the bunker, because at some point I want to start looking at filling that up. This should be almost empty of water now, 1,000 litres, so that won't go for too much longer. That's good. Alright, so what we'll do, we'll jump to the house, we'll have a look in the classifieds. Okay, so we want to have a look in there, obviously. Oh, that's a change. So the class is what I was actually looking at. We were going to use this as our essentially seeder, planter, and even the mower. And that way we could leave the Fendt to just realistically do the cultivating work, because our cultivator needs that higher horsepower. However, things have now changed, because we've got this guy here. If we were to purchase this, we could sell the Fendt and potentially look at getting the class as well. The issue with the class is there's no front loader. So we'd have to keep the stayer as well. But there are options. The other option we have is we could potentially look at buying a field. Now, there's not too much growing at the moment. If I was to look at a field, I'd really want to look at 18. So like I was saying, we could extend 17 into 18. The price of that, however, would leave us with less than 50,000. It's like 49,000 something. And then we've still got to work it. So we've got to plow. Not sure if that field requires plowing. Does need lime. And it needs stones picked. Doesn't require plowing, but we would probably do it anyway just to get it to that point. But then we've still got to plant it. And I'm not sure what we'd plant in there, but we're also going to end up having to rent a harvester for our crops. Now, the other option we've got is we could start looking at getting field 2 done with grapes. Grapes or olives? I reckon we'd go with grapes because our next purchase is going to be the cereal factory. So let's jump up to here. We're not going to purchase this yet. I just want to jump up here so as we can get closer and we can run up here. We'll run up to field 2. And I just want to see how much one row of grapes is going to cost us running down this field. That's right, we've still got to come up here and remove these bales. But if we come in, we go construction. Where do we want to go? Landscaping? Production, orchards. There we go. So, for instance, we're going to want to run down here for the first one. So, say, cannot be planted in December, so it's not even going to give me a price. Where are we at? We've got to wait to March to find that out. Okay. So we're not doing that just yet. 14... Actually, 14 might be the go. Because we could do a half and half of grapes and olives in there. We've got room off to the side. We could put sheds in or something if we wanted to store our equipment. That way it's not too far to get the grapes up to the grape processing plant. But what we might do is we'll get through December. I'm going to come back down to the house. Yeah, we'll get through winter and we'll see what is happening out the other side. So we've got silage bales over there we've got to pick up. Cows should be doing good. 3,000 litres of milk. We won't worry too much about that just yet. How are our chickens doing for feed? Do we need to feed them before we disappear for the winter? Oh, they've started growing another... spawning another pallet. We'll have to figure out which one of those pallets it is that they're spawning on. 2,800. We'll check them out after winter. Okay guys, we will more than likely see you. Actually no, we'll rest for today. Tomorrow we'll run around picking up bales. We're just going to hand bomb them onto the truck. And that'll be pretty much all we do in winter, I reckon. Because we have gone to another month, we will check out the sales again. No, we don't need them. Those tractors have disappeared, so that takes them out of the equation anyway. Okay, so let's jump into our trusty Isuzu. We'll run up to field 2, we'll grab our bales. Right, that's not what I wanted to be in. We'll grab the bales from field 2, we'll come back down, we'll have a look, we'll see how much the chickens have eaten overnight. So they had 2/8 in there. Greenhouse is out of water, we're going to leave that for a while. Actually, those pallets that are there, we'll run them up to the bakery. If we're going that way, we may as well move them on. Now, obviously they're not all going to fit in the bakery, but that's not what we're concerned about. We just want to sort of move them away from the farm to help with FPS. Poor little laptop's struggling. That's all I've got at the moment, unfortunately. It seems to be doing well for the most part, but at the end of the day, it is, I think it's a 9th gen i5. It's only a GTX 1650 graphics card, 16 gigabytes of RAM. But yeah, it's struggling. Eventually, I would like to obviously build a desktop. That can handle a lot more, and once we've done that, we can also move on to different games. But this is what we've got at the moment. It's working well for me. Anyway, let's get this done and go and pick up our hay bales. That's not stacked very well. Let's just fix that one. But 80 something thousand litres, definitely can't complain with that. Okay, what seems to be holding that on? Probably that one. $87,500. So that's not bad off of that one field. Obviously, we're going to lose out on that once we throw the grapes in there. But that's fine. We can always move to another grass field. Purchase something a little bit bigger. That was always the plan anyway. We were always planning to throw the grapes up in there. But we'll get this down, we'll get this unloaded into the shed. We'll pick up those silage bales. I think we've got to tidy up the silage bales that were already on the truck. I think we just dumped them off into the shed unceremoniously. So we'll get it all down, we'll get it tidied up, we'll get the silage bales off of the field behind the cow shed tidied up as well. And we'll see you guys once that's all done. Okay, so that gets all of our silage, all of our hay tidied up. I was thinking we were going to have to separate the new stuff from the old stuff. I didn't know if it had converted yet, but it had, so we are all good to go there. Now, there's about 3,000 litres of milk in cow barn. I'm going to leave that there. What to do. What we'll do is we'll park this guy up. spot be? Right here. So park you up, get you shut down. Not going to worry about that. Grass on both of these fields needs to be rolled. So, perfect job for the stayer. Make it around there, yes we are. Okay, so we've got to go up to the main farm. The main part of the farm. We've got to grab the roller out of there. We could use fertilizer, but at the end of the day, it is costing us money when we've got a piece of equipment that will do it for free, besides a little bit of time. And I figured we'd better do some sort of field work for you guys in this episode. What we're going to do is we're literally going to finish off with this anyway. And once this is done, we're going to do all this in a time lapse. We'll have another look at the store, see if anything has sort of come up during the day. What we might do just to speed the day through a bit, we'll jump up to times 10. And then, yeah, we'll get this field as well as field 2 done in a time lapse. Cruise back down to the home farm and see if there's anything we need to do. Or anything we can buy. Okay, so that's what I was thinking. I was wondering, like, because it gave us that fertilized edge, I was thinking by going down there we were going to double the fertilizing, but because it's not our technical field, it's not going to. So we'll just continue. Rather than going down the hill, we'll just get to the end of where the actual field is and turn around. which should only mean a couple more passes. Whoop. More than I'd expect if I keep doing things like that. But anyway guys, we'll get this finished. We'll see you back down at the farm. And we'll have a look at the sales, see if anything new's popped up during the day. And from there I reckon we'll call it an episode and we'll skip through winter and see you guys when we start heading back into spring. Okay, so having a look and nothing has really changed. We've got the conveyor sugar beet cutter. It literally only takes sugar beet. I don't think we're going to be planting much or any of that in the near future. So from there, there's obviously not a lot else we need. So anyway guys, we're going to conclude the episode there. Thanks for joining in. Hope you've enjoyed the content once again, and hopefully we will see you guys for the next one.